Dear Thanala, Leah. I sit on my floor staring at a book which I have officially lost interest in. A breeze dances into my room and tugs at my hair. I suddenly want a good book to read to get my mind off things. So I search in the back of my head for a good book that sits on my shelf a few feet away. My eyes twist and turn along the books and the rest of the clutter that sits on my shelf, and then I have it. I reach for Inside Out and Back Again that sits on my shelf collecting dust. I open it and turn to a random page and start to read the book for the 5th time this year. I begin to read, and my eyes wander to the image where you start to get bullied after school every day. They say mean things to you and try to hurt you. You seem helpless compared to the kids who bully you. Eventually, you stand up to yourself, using words as your fists, and you dash away to the safety of your home. When I was a bit younger, I would get bullied a lot too. Sometimes kids would take things from me or hurt me as well. But it didn't feel right for me to tell them to stop because I didn't want to have too much attention put on me. So I didn't do anything to stop it. It took me a long time, but eventually I realized I need to stand up for myself. And I have a lot more self-confidence. So I did. I got back at them and told them to stop. That was the end of it. I flipped to the part where your family finds more about your father. There's a lot of waiting before you found out that your father is dead. And when the message finally comes through, it was as though the bomb that they had been expecting to come for a while has dropped. I had a close aunt that died a couple years ago. The waiting for her to see if she would get better was tough. And even though I didn't wait as long as you did to see if your father had passed, there was still that tension that you and I both carried while we were waiting. When I read your book, it struck me how sad and unfortunate some parts of your life was. And as I read the book more and more, I begin to see small similarities in our lives. So although it's disappointing to think we only have sad similarities, it also makes me happy. I'm not the only one with experiences such as these. The further I read, I realize life is full of problems, no matter how great my life is. But I can't fall down and cry over the first problem. This book taught me that there will always be more disadvantages, but that I should expect them. Your book helped me fight these experiences, even if I didn't see them at first. It was necessary to fight them.